Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Cyrus Gray. I'm the host of Election Central. As always, one day before our program, we'd like to give an overview of what our program will contain. So, for our July 16th edition of Election Central, we're going to be discussing in three segments a couple of related topics. Something interesting happened this week. Based on an inquiry that somebody sent to me, I posted a question on Facebook, on my Facebook page, to the tune that we're asking. That is a picture of Prince Johnson, 1990, with a kid soldier. And the question the person asked was, is this kid soldier the same as Senator Jeremiah Koung, who is now the selected as the running mate of Ambassador Joseph Boakai? And that question attracted all kinds of comments, some derogatory, some insults. One thing was not done by most of those who were sentimentally responding to the question was to answer the question. But we were fortunate to have somebody answer that question. So we're going to be dealing with that tomorrow. Is that small soldier with Prince Johnson in 1990 the same as Jeremiah Koung? So watch out for that tomorrow. Then we're going to be discussing good judgment. Good judgment as an imperative or major element of good leadership. And we're going to be using a couple of examples. Now, coming back to that question that was asked, a conversation arose between me and a radio broadcaster who I've known for a long time with ELBC called Patrick Okai. He too was a little derogatory. He was concerned, why are you attaching the Senator Koung's name to a small soldier without considering whether, in fact, the answer to the question is yes or no. And then he shared with me a short audio of Alexander Cummings in an interview with the late Mamadi Diakité on the question of whether he supports gay rights in Liberia. Well, his argument was that, let me bring that out too, because Mr. Cummings is a gay. It's also a fairly good question. So tomorrow we're going to run that audio and we're going to run the responses to it so that we have a fair and balanced show. Then we're going to be talking about good governance, and we're talking about good judgment as an element of an imperative of good government. We use examples, especially with Ambassador Boakai and some of the way he has handled issues over time. We're trying not to be derogatory at all. All those we're talking about in these programs are supposed aspirants for leadership in Liberia. We believe we have the right to have an honest conversation about them, their ability to govern, their past history, and that includes everybody. That is why we're going to also be discussing that issue of gay rights that has continued to brought up about Mr. Cummings, and look at what are all the issues, what are the answers that have been put forward so that people will better judge. One major element of our discussion tomorrow will also be immigration. If you have been following, a couple of years ago under the Trump administration, the government of Sierra Leone was able to get the U.S. to waive visa requirements for Sierra Leoneans coming to the United States, giving them a 90-day stay in the United States. Well, we have a human rights advocate, immigration advocate, a long-time fighter for Liberia, who's going to be on the program tomorrow. His name is Tolly Creur, and he's going to unveil to us a major campaign that is going on right now in the United States Congress to get Liberians visa waiver and more. In fact, his argument is predicated upon 1819 law passed in Congress and many other documents from the U.S. Congress that literally had allowed for Liberian citizens at the time to also be United States citizens. So we'll discuss that detail. So for our guest tomorrow, we have Akena Al Phillips, a Liberian visionary. He's a pundit. He's going to be here with us. And we're going to also have the human rights advocate, Tolly Creur, who is based in New England area. He's going to be with us on the show. As always, I will be assisted by my co-host, Afanso, and that is tomorrow. We're going to be here. Our show begins at 2 o'clock Central Time. 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Monrovia time. As always, we'll start 30 minutes early with our pre-show and discuss some of the issues that are trending in Liberia today. So join us tomorrow for Election Central. Our big theme is good judgment as an imperative for good leadership, a case of Vice President Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai. So do join us.
Faith.